Hello and welcome to ESAT. I am Ngudu all day with the news. Billions of dollars in debt. The Ethiopian government appointed a new governor and deputy governor for its national bank. The decision by Abiy Ahmed, the prime minister, to fill the two positions with individuals with no direct experience with macroeconomic issues has already created mumbles in opposition among the banking and macroeconomic professional circle. Yinagar Dese, a PhD, a former commissioner for the national planning with education in environmental economics, has been appointed governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, the regulatory institution for the highly indebted country, with a whopping $26 billion in foreign loans. Bekalu Zaleka, the former president of the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia and an accountant by profession, has been appointed as deputy governor of the National Bank. Sources with knowledge of the operations of the regulatory bank say the position of the governor requires solid knowledge and practical experience in monetary and exchange rate policies, as well as good knowledge of the financial sector. The sources said, as the current economic situation of the country is extremely alarming, individuals who are close to the prime minister and Ethiopian economists are urging him to reconsider his decision and encourage the prime minister to look into the resumes of other professionals with knowledge of macroeconomics and the country's financial sector. Meanwhile, Taklol Datnafu, who was governor of the bank for over 10 years, has been appointed as economic advisor to the prime minister. The former governor has been accused of providing illegal loans, guarantees to the Endowment Fund for the Rehabilitation of Tigray, Effort for Short, a business conglomerate owned by the TPLF. According to ISA sources at the National Bank of Ethiopia, the governor, Taklol Datnafu, has given several guarantees of up to 100% of foreign loans taken by Effort against his mandate and the proclamation of the National Bank of Ethiopia. The sources also revealed that the new governor, Yinagar Dese, is also accused of publishing rosy economic figures and allegedly forced the Central Statistics Agency not to reveal the correct inflation figures of the country while he was the commissioner of the national planning. His deputy, Bekalu Zaleka, is also accused of providing questionable loans to people in higher offices and connections with the TPLF higher-ups. The accusers say Mr. Zaleka, as president of the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, has provided loans to major projects like the Sugar Corporation without the proper feasibility study. The Sugar Corporation has squandered about $3 billion without completing a single project. ESAT sources say appointing individuals accused of corruption would undoubtedly send shockwaves to international monetary institutions like the IMF and World Bank, two of the most financiers of the Ethiopian government. Ethiopia is suffering from a serious foreign currency crunch, forcing the government to open its telecom, airlines, and shipping for partial privatization. Ethiopia's new director of Information Network Security Agency said the intelligence office will be restructured in a bid to serve its purpose, independent of politics and free of influence from the powers that be. General Adam Mohammed, the country's intelligence chief, told local media that the agency should carry out its work without interference of politics and people in political power. Addressing the parliament yesterday, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said the military and intelligence have been partial, serving only and under the influence of the ruling party. Ahmed said the military and security were only serving the ruling party. Ethiopia's spy agency has been responsible for the killing, disappearance, and torture against political opposition, dissidents, critical journalists, and democratic activists. The man who was at the helm of the intelligence, Getachew Assefa, has been fired by the Prime Minister early this month. Mr. Assefa has never been seen in public, but photos activists claim were his have recently emerged on Ethiopia's social media. The new chief, a former commander of the Air Force, has vowed to make the institution non-partisan. And finally, Mauritius is offering foreigners the chance to obtain Mauritian citizenship in exchange for a non-refundable contribution of $1 million to the National Sovereign Wealth Fund. Applicants, spouses, and dependents are also eligible, with an additional contribution of $1,000 per family member. The announcement was made by the Prime Minister and Finance Minister in the country's 2018 budget. The move has been condemned by opposition politicians. The BBC report said the Economic Development Board is to manage the scheme, and applicants will have to satisfy defined criteria subject to relevant due diligence. Another scheme will offer Mauritian passports in exchange for the lesser sum of $500,000 paid to the Mauritius Sovereign Fund and $50,000 per passport for family members. That ends the news. Have a nice time.